In a bid to strengthen emergency response, the Lagos State Command and Control Center held a multi-agency stakeholders engagement themed One Response, One Platform, advancing integrated emergency management in Lagos State. Now, the State Commissioner for Special Duties and Intergovernmental Relations, Mr. Gbenga Oyenride, said the gathering represents a strategic institutional framework for strengthening multi-agency coordination and technology-driven emergency response management within the state. Take a look.
First responders in Lagos State, including the State Emergency Management Agency, State Ambulance Service and the Nigeria Police, the Lagos State Traffic Management Authority, Federal Road Safety Corps, State Fire Service, they are all here in Ikeja for stakeholders' engagement on how to deliver their services better. The event, which is organized by the State Command and Control Center, reinforces advancements in the integrated emergency management in the state.
This engagement is not merely ceremonial. It represents a strategic institutional framework for strengthening interoperatively multi-agency coordinations and technology-driven emergency response management within Lagos State. In today's context, urban environments, emergency management can no longer operate in silos. Effective incident management requires integrated communication system, synchronized operational protocols, real-time information sharing, unified command structures, and data-driven decision-making processes capable of supporting rapid deployment and coordinated response actions during emergency and disasters. The stakeholders' engagement component of this program is therefore timely and highly significant as it seeks to reinforce operational synergy. Lagos, as a highly populated and economically strategic megacity, faces evolving threats ranging from the fire outbreak, road traffic, collisions, flood, hazardous material incidents, building collapse, civic disturbance, and other emerging urban risks. Addressing these challenges effectively require continuous institutional collaborations, harmonious operational standard, joint response protocol, and strengthened situational awareness mechanism. This forum provides an opportunity for stakeholders to collectively examine operational gaps, improve incident escalation procedure, strengthen command and control coordination, and enhance resilience through proactive stakeholders' engagement and strategies.
A technology-driven device called Lagos State Emergency Responder Management System is now available for first responders to enhance emergency call handling, incident logging, and responder tracking, among others.
It will help their work to isolate incident cases that are genuine, and also to be able to guide them to incident places in real time, almost swiftly. And also, because we have lots of nuisance calls, this AI metrics middleware in between the emergency reports or calls now will be filtered by the AI metrics algorithm, and we can have the responders easily going to the response distress location.
The General Manager of the Lagos State Command and Control Center and other speakers believe that the engagement will strengthen operational synergy among first responders.
The team is One Response, One Platform, advancing integrated emergency management in Lagos State. So it's an avenue for us to come together to kind of look at what we've done in the past, what are we doing present, and then what is the hope for us in the future. And that's why we are here, so that we can synergize, so that we can look at operational gaps, so that we can look at lessons learned, and then draw what we call implementation metrics, so that at the end of the day, Lagos State will continue to be that state of excellence, that state of aquatic splendor, where we have a very low risk index, where people are ready to do business far and wide. That's why we are doing this. We will continue to see where we begin to embrace technology, and we are able to reduce our response time. We'll find a situation where people call the command and control center, and because of the fact that this is a kind of a coordination meeting where we look at our gaps, we will bridge those gaps.
When there's a disaster, there's loss of life and loss of properties. And management of a disaster is to reduce the aftermath of that. And when it comes to management of disaster, we have several stakeholders that are involved in the management. And each stakeholder must know what their roles and responsibilities are as it concerns management of disaster. So what we're basically doing here is to define the roles and responsibilities of each of the stakeholders present. Every responder to disaster must know what their roles and responsibilities are, and they should know their limits. When I say know your limit, know when to pass on. You're done with your roles and responsibility as it concerns management of the disaster, pass on to the next person.
We'll speak to the issue of one government, and that concept speaks to the fact that all the agencies here present today should re-examine their responsibilities and deliver it within their best, give their best shot always to ensure that you represent the governor very well, because every of the agencies here represent the governor of Lagos State, and you must measure all your activities in line with what will the governor do, what will the citizens of Lagos State say about this service that I'm rendering. So the whole essence of this interactive session is to bring all the responders, indeed all the first responders, second responders in this room. And like I said, we have locked the door for us to be able to establish protocols that will minimize, lapses becoming incident in Lagos.
Issues of rampant domestic and sexual violence cases being handled by first responders are also worrisome to the government.
Domestic violence is not limited to physical abuse. The law is very clear. The Protection Against Domestic Violence Law, particularly Section 18 of the law, states the different forms of abuse, and emotional and verbal abuse are some forms of domestic violence. So we continue to ramp up advocacy, take the message to the nooks and crannies of the state, and just letting people know that they should not die in silence. The fact that it's not physical does not mean that the violence is not actually violence. Now we do an average of 400, 450 new cases monthly, cases coming in through the toll-free line. There is a section in the Lagos State Domestic and Sexual Violence Agency law which criminalizes concealment of sexual offense, and such parents can be actually jailed for up to 3 years imprisonment.
While the Lagos State government remains resolute in addressing emergency cases promptly, residents are also advised to collaborate with the authorities by reporting any incident through the state emergency numbers of 112 or 767 to get the necessary help.